This is the Congo Basin, home to a staggering 10,000 species of plants and countless other animal species. The basin has been under threat for centuries, with deforestation rates rapidly increasing over the last century. In fact, the forest destruction in a single year has produced carbon emissions equivalent to 50 coal power plants.
As of June 2024, 33,191 Mpox cases have been recorded.
The Democratic Republic of Congo is also home to the latest global public health emergency, Mpox. Coincidence? Scientists think not. Research increasingly indicates the link between climate change and the increased prevalence of diseases transmitted by animals. After the large-scale devastation wreaked by the coronavirus pandemic recently, the outbreak of Mpox is a concerning development. The speed of the transmission of the virus is prompting authorities to take action as soon as possible. Experts within the WHO are discussing how the increased prevalence of the disease is a sign of climate change impacting the spread of diseases due to changes in biodiversity. Mpox is a zoonosis disease. Put simply, a zoonotic disease is a disease that transfers from vertebrate animal populations into human populations. According to the CDC, zoonotic diseases are caused by pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, parasites, and fungi. There are many different forms of zoonotic diseases that currently cause human illnesses with varying levels of severity. Overall, 61% of the species of infectious organisms known to be pathogenic to humans are zoonotic. So, how are we contracting diseases from animals? As our world becomes more advanced and interconnected, the proximity between wild animals and human communities is shrinking. Just as we share the air, land, and seas with animals, we also share many of the same diseases. Each encounter between humans and wildlife, alive or dead, is an opportunity for a zoonotic disease to jump the species divide. Anything from a chance encounter in the wild to eating from an infected animal could allow the first infection to occur. With the advancements in agriculture and the industrialization of food packaging, readily available mass consumption of animal goods such as canned beef is on the rise. With humans changing the environmental landscape and developing animal-related tourist locations and zoos, the interactions between humans and animals have also increased. Due to this increase in direct contact between humans and animals, the risk of transmissions of infections originating in animals has increased. Let's look at two examples that help explain exactly how human actions and climate change impact the spread of disease. The world's forests are vanishing fast. The loss of forests manifests as a threat not only to our climate and ecology, but to our immune defenses. Forests are home to a stunning host of biodiversity, from the largest and oldest trees to the smallest insect traversing the same tree trunk. Pathogens have been evolving in these forests for millions of years, with some gaining the ability to infect humans as well. The diversity present in these forests is critical in keeping these diseases at bay by ensuring no one species dominates the ecosystem. With the loss of forests, this vibrancy is lost, and so is the protective barrier that they used to have. In the tropics, this is happening at breakneck speed. More than 60% of the risk of encountering a new disease is found in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Cameroon, and Gabon, in the Congo Basin rainforest. The DRC now loses around 3 times as much rainforest each year as it did 20 years ago, with zoonotic disease outbreaks increasing by 63% in the same period. Let's look at aerial footage from the region which shows this better. The region is believed to be responsible for the spread of Ebola, Mpox, and HIV through the transmission with the wildlife present there. Wildlife trade in the region is also responsible for the uptake in zoonotic outbreaks. Scientists have also pointed to how the demands that are being made on nature are resulting in the shift in the organization of food and shelter for animals and humans. The symbiotic relation that existed in the past has disintegrated. Habitat loss caused by climate change is resulting in the extinction of animal species at an accelerated rate. There are fewer places for animals to find rest and shelter because of the incursion of humans into animal territory. They are then forced to migrate into human territories where the risk of transmission increases through contact. The increase in intensive agriculture is also enabling the spread of zoonotic diseases. These farming methods are seen to be sanitized and controlled, removing livestock from the larger animal populace and thus limiting disease transmission. But is this really the case? Research says no. Scientists at the University of Exeter have pointed to how livestock farming provides an ideal environment for the spread of disease if contact with an infected animal is made. The spillover from such an infection would be huge because of the scale at which these agricultural operations function. These are not the only human factors impacting the increase in zoonotic diseases. Anthropogenic changes to the environment which lead to changes in biodiversity are far-reaching. A non-exhaustive list includes the rapid increase in the human population, the intersection with animal habitats, deforestation, the formation of suburbs, overharvesting and illegal hunting of bushmeat, the effects of global warming, free travel and open trade, the adoption of exotic pets, the consumption of edible insects, genetic mutations, asymptomatic animal carriers, especially poultry, and the spillover effect, which is the transmission of a pathogen from one host species to another new one because of high levels of infection in the first, leading to a breakdown of biological barriers. Research has found that by 2070, overlap between human and animal populations is expected to increase across 57% of the Earth's land. Humans have already transformed or occupied between 70% and 75% of the world's land. With increasing incursions on animal territory and diminishing biodiversity, the threat of deadly pathogens during global health emergency remains increasingly prominent. Serious evaluations of our relations with nature must be made if we wish to change the trajectory of human-induced change on the environment and our own immune systems.